All right, let's follow along as I go to Batavia Train Show. A little bit in the show and after the show. We'll see what I bought at the show, after the show, and today, which is the day after the show, I bought some stuff today, which will be getting the layout operating. Well, it's able to be operated now, but get it so that I can put it together. Sort of. I don't have bolts to bolt the modules together. That's something else I gotta buy. Forgot that. I also have to buy a drill bit big enough to drill a hole big enough to put a bolt through. So a little bit more left to do, but majority of the stuff we're done. Yeah. So now this show is the largest attendance they've ever had. 1,650 people through the door. There were a lot of people from the NMRA there. I mean, I didn't even see all the Lakeshores. Pearson was there, and I didn't even see him until the end of the show. I was at one end of the table, and the Western New York guys were at the other end with our division's modular switching layout. I didn't even know it was there until about 2 hours into the show, into my being there, because it was at the end of the table, and it was like I thought that was somebody else, and we were in this tiny little area. I didn't realize that we had the whole row until I've been there for quite a while. But yeah, 1,650 people through the door. A lot of things sold, a lot of things packed up. It's definitely a show that you need to work on your schedule. Next show I think is October. I don't think we have the date for that yet. I think it's October, or is it November? I think it's October when the second annual Batavia Train Show, the second biannual Batavia Train Show is. It's on one day, Sunday, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. But definitely a show not to miss. I mean, the stuff I bought, I only spent $290. I had $410, so I had enough to get the building materials that I have. So let's get back to the rest of the video. Let's do some dash cam footage of on the way to the show. Yeah, that's a cool thing to put in the video. Yeah. Good thing I saved some of that recording on the way up there. Let's go.
Bye.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting a mark. I hear where they say you see trains, they'll see you.
How's it going?
Okay, I just got back. I guess got out of the Batavia train show. Well, now it's an hour and a half, 45 minutes ago. Yes. Take a little ice cream break on my way. I didn't film any of the show, but why not? I'll film myself trying the new Wendy's Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. I love the chocolate one. Not a fan of vanilla. They don't sell vanilla anymore. So I love creamsicles. Can't really tell from that. Ooh, it smells like a creamsicle. Great. You like creamsicles? Tastes almost exactly like a creamsicle. I'll definitely have to try and get these more. But before I go to, we're gonna reach over here. You'll see this. You won't see this. You won't. This isn't really a preview, anything. But I'll show you one thing while I'm here. I bought 2 locomotives at the train show, and one of them is this, a Proto 2000 SD60 in Conrail 6840, which is one of the locomotives that came to the area. $65 DCC, no sound. Yeah, I couldn't pass that up. I also have another locomotive that's a DCC ready, Cato. That is an absolute. That one was. It's actually a locomotive that was on my wish list. That was an Athearn Genesis for $279. I got a Cato one for $100. So I actually have a Cato locomotive. I know it runs. The guy said part of his friend's collection. He said that he guaranteed everything there ran. So we'll see if it does. It's not a locomotive that will go with the layout at all. The current layout, it's too big to run on it. So you'll have to wait. You'll have to wait to see what it is until later in the video. But yeah, there is something I do want to show you. This will also be later in the video, but I'll show it to you while it's in the car. There's that's 6 2x4 foot 1/8 inch thick tempered hardboard. That is at least enough fascia material to do 2 of the modules, maybe 3. I don't know. It should be able to do 3, maybe even 4. I don't know. I have to figure. I'm not sure exactly how thick I'm going to cut it. And that will be painted royal blue. Now, what I want to do is I want to put the B&O Capital symbol decals on the flat portion of the fascia, the part that does not in the end, the part that you look at on either side. Royal blue with that, it would be absolutely perfect for a B&O layout. BRMP, they were always black because they were always a steam locomotive, so black with a Buffalo Western in Pittsburgh does not look as nice as royal blue fascia with the B&O Herald on 8 B&O Heralds, 1 on each module on either side. I think that would look absolutely fantastic. It doesn't have to look realistic. It just has to look great, and I think that would look great for a display layout, because that's what this is. It's a display layout. So I will finish the rest of this video when I get home. I have one more purchase to get, and that's lumber. That is 1x4s. I spent $290 at the train show. I had 410. I had earned 20. 33 of them went to that. So I still have $80 that I can spend on lumber. So I should have enough to get the wood I need for the rest of the layout, minus some fascia. I don't think I'll have quite enough to do it, but we'll see. We'll see as we progress. See you in a little bit, and I get to recording the rest of the video. while train passes outside, let's do a quick of the train show. Absolute great buys. I don't usually buy locomotives from the train show. Although now I've bought 5 locomotives, 6. The SP Experimental, my SP MP15 DC that I bought from Alex, that BN unit that doesn't work, this one that I need to replace the gears in. I got to get the Athearn gears from it, and I can't. And I used to be able to find them online, but I can't find a store that has them. So I'll have to keep looking for those. That's a project. I want to get this done. This is something I can quickly do. I want to just get done. So once I find the gears for those, and Nisi just went live, so I gotta go to that stream. But first, I want to do this. So let's see, the GP30, the MP15 DC, the SD40-2, the SD40R. So that's 4. So I bought 6 locomotives at a train show. Right? Then I say I don't usually buy a locomotive at a train show. Oh well. I wanted to buy another one. A guy had one of the GATX SD40-2s for 120, DCC ready. Not too bad. He also had NYSW 3010, only he had it renumbered to 3012 and 3016 for 120 each, and I was going to get one of those, but then I saw something else. He sold the 3016 to somebody, I don't know who. And then I was going to get the 3012. I had seen another locomotive in someplace else, and this one, Sparky, actually I sent a picture to him, and I showed it earlier in the video, but we'll show it better now. This one I had seen while I was walking around with Mark, because after that clip of Mark, Mark and I walked around the entire show together, and I saw this while I was talking to him, and it's like a DCC SD60 for $65. I'll put sound in it if I choose to. You can't pass up a DCC locomotive for $65. Absolutely not. I mean, that one was $35, and that one doesn't run. I mean, that one just had to swap out the gears, like an $8 fix. So that's a better deal. But this Proto 2000, that's also a Proto 2000. That's a Proto 2000 lifelike, though. This is a full Proto 2000. Absolutely. Of course, my layout is a little bit small for such a big locomotive, but of course, Conrail. I mean, I'm lacking in Conrail. My one Conrail locomotive, I'm going to be repainting it to Finger Lakes Northern. That's going to just buy Sparky. So you got to appease Sparky. If I can get this out. Sparky, are you happy? Conrail SD60, 6840, and this one I checked on Rare Pictures Archives, this one did come through in 1987 or 1988. I think the picture was in Buffalo. So you'll see this delivering cars to the Finger Lakes Northern. This is Lifelike too. This says Lifelike brand on it too. But it's different trucks. It's not the same as the other ones. It's a nice looking locomotive. It has see-through here. I thought it said see-through in the rear, but it doesn't. It has see-through here. These are see-through. You can see my finger moving behind there. Yeah. So now I have a Conrail SD60. This is DCC, as I said. So I could actually run this thing. In fact, why don't I put it on the track and run it? There we go. Okay, now my other stuff. I brought a lot of bags to the show, and I walked around several times in the show looking for stuff. And there are several of these on my wish list, newer ones. This is an Athearn blue box, one of the Southern Pacific Hydro Cushion boxcars. These, of course, will eventually be used for the brewery and the big layout, built in 1960. So we'll see those going to the brewery. For now, they'll be part of the boxcar pool for this layout. And I got another road name. We got Ann Arbor. This one was $8. The Hydro Cushion was $6. Ann Arbor $266. Then the other pair of cars I got were this PRR 52111, built in November of 24 for $5. And then this Sentinel Fast Freight Service, Baltimore, Ohio, 466096 for $5. I have actually two of these, two different road numbers. One of them I paid $18 for. It was kind of disappointing when I got down the aisle and saw that one, but then I saw it was two different road numbers, so it was okay. And here's the one I paid $18 for. This is 466702. There was a table that was selling some open hoppers, and these are actually ones that were on my one of my wish lists that I can now remove from my wish lists because I have them. B&O 133007. This is a dedicated for Coke service. And so is this one, 132392. And 132315. These are the clamshell discharge open hoppers, built in June of 1923. Then I have two more cars and another locomotive down here. We have nickel plate 8500. Paid $15 for that. And Susquehanna 152, the 51521 there. There was a yellow and black one for Susquehanna there, and there were 4 more of these. I only bought one. I have one over there that's missing its doors. And now this one. This one was what I bought in place of the New York Susquehanna Western SD40T-2. I was walking down the same row, walking around the counter row, and I would pick up the counter row, and I would think more on the NYSW one, and then I saw this. And I recognized the paint scheme. I recognized the road number as something that's on my wish list. Something that brand new would cost me $279.99 off of Train World, which is discount train store. About the same, I think at the same price at Yankee Dabbler. I got this for $100. Now it is not an Athearn Genesis, but it's a well-liked brand. One that I do not have personally until today. The shell is coming off, but it is weathered. It cost me $100. All I need is the other section of the radiator, the flared radiators, of CSX SD80 Mac 801 in the YN2 Bright Future paint. I have an SD80 Mac. I have still on my wish list CSX 4590, 4600, which are in the YN3 paint, NS7215, which is a Conrail patch, and I don't remember if I had two in Conrail paint on my wish list. Did the SD? Okay, that was weird. My camera froze. I'm not sure if the SD Max had this yellow strobe on the top. I'll have to. I don't. If they did, I don't think it was that big. But this looks great. But the problem is, I need. Why is that? My camera's freezing. I need the other flare. Say that it's missing. I looked online. I couldn't find it from Kato, so I'm gonna have to find. I got to look around and find one. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas of where to find one? Now this should. He said it was DCC ready. And it is not. Okay, now for the end of the video. It is the next day, April 15th, Monday, April 15th, afternoon, and I just got back home from buying the final purchase that I need to do the majority of the work on the model railroad. At least the stuff that I can buy around here. I also brought up around the porch my sawhorses because I cut the stuff here, and so I have my sawhorses. One of them is over there. And I have 6 1x4x8. Unfortunately, this one has a hole in it, but if that has to be in a place, it will be under the layout. One of the places where the board is just supporting the foam underneath, so it's not outside. Granted, everything is going to be covered on the outside by the fascia material, which of course is this. So I have a lot of cutting. I have clamps downstairs that I didn't bring upstairs yet to clamp scraps from the other cuts like this on where I'm going to cut over enough that I can use it as a guide to make sure that the cut goes straight, because that's an issue I have with free cutting. I can't get the cut to go straight. It has a tendency to curve, and especially when I'm going to be cutting this stuff, I really need the cut to be straight. So cutting that, I will be making it be a board across that to cut it. So that's it for the Batavia Train Show video. Stay tuned as for layout updates, another layout update next week. This video will probably end up going up on the weekend, and then if I have the video ready, I'll upload it then, but it won't go public until later. So I'm not uploading 2 videos in one day. So from CP Silver Springs, milepost 368, the Norfolk Southern Tier line, keep on living trains. Tim out.